and welcome. Welcome to the month of Saw. This is going to be a celebration of the Saw franchise and will be made up of reaction videos and a couple of gameplay videos, just for variety. Back 2003-2004, Lee Winnell and James Wan graduated college in Australia and thought, hey, we want to get our foot in the door on the film industry. So they made a short film called Saw, and that is what became what we know as Saw, and the rest is history. Guess what we're going to be reacting to today? These videos this month may have disturbing imagery in them and gore, but I will put warnings down below on screen if that is the case. So, here we go. Oh, okay, we're in. Here we go. Oh, it looks so amateurish. I love the sounds though already. Also, those images flashing up was the reverse bear trap. You don't look so good.
Tell me what happened, David. In detail.
These photos don't have enough detail in them.
I want to hear it from you in your words from the beginning.
Okay.
Just finished my shift at the hospital. I was going home.
This is such 90s music.
David, put that out.
Yeah, they're coming with me and I'm on my way out.
They kill you, you know.
Yeah, living's overrated.
Oh, it's the music he's listening to. Okay, that makes sense. I thought that was just the genuine music. You're gonna get drugged, mate. It's gonna happen. Is it? Oh.
After that, nothing.
What do you do at the hospital?
I'm a glorified janitor. I clean up after sick people.
Do you have any enemies there?
Spies have enemies. I'm an orderly.
So you'd have no clue why anyone would want to do this to you?
No. I'm nothing there. Blended into the walls. I don't know why. Whoever did this to me picked.
I like that they're using like grayscale, like black and white.
They did.
What do you remember next?
Waking up.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is what you recognise. I like that the camera's up so you can't really see it. Is this the same? Oh no, this isn't the same area as the actual film, is it? Yeah, that ain't so good. There we go. Billy! That looks so cool. That's so cool.
Hello, David. You don't know me, but I know you. I want to play a game. I'll
Who's-
give you a demonstration of what happens if you lose. The device you are wearing is hooked into your upper and lower jaws. When the timer in the back goes off, your mouth will be ripped permanently open. Think of it like a reverse bear trap.
This is such a ghost face. Like scream voice. Bing.
I'll show you.
Yeah. What's gonna happen? Ew, that smells so nice. I'm gonna get that off.
There is only one key to open the device. It is in the stomach of your dead cellmate. Look around, David. Know that I'm not lying. Live or die.
Make your choice.
Your choice.
Eee, it stayed in. It stayed in the whole time. Oh, this was even in the film as well. Don't go forward. There you go. The time started. You should have stayed where you were. Okay, now think fast. The sounds are so good. I wouldn't try and rip it off, mate.
It says here in the report that after the timer started, that's when you saw the body.
And that's where he's got to get the key out of. I imagine that was probably their friend that they asked to be in this. Oh no, he's awake! No! We all know how this goes. Oh wait, did they show it?
Paralysis. He wasn't dead, he just couldn't move.
You cut open someone that was still breathing.
I know.
What happened after you found the key?
The thing is, the policeman's looking at him like he's a murderer, but it was either that or he died. And then both people died. Oh my gosh. That was so close. Even the acting's still similar to Amanda. Is it wearing a top hat? Oh my god, it is! Wait, what? What?
Congratulations, David. You are still alive. Most of us are ungrateful to be alive.
I can't take him seriously with that.
Not anymore.
Are you grateful, David?
Okay. Now what? Oh, this music doesn't work. Leave one now. Yeah, I imagine the body was their friend that they asked, oh, can you just come in for a favour? I forgot to mention at the beginning as well, I've actually never seen the original short film. So this was really interesting to watch, to see what was different, what was kept the same. Most of it was kept the same actually, which I was quite, in a way, quite surprised about. Even the way that the scene was shot is still pretty much the same as the actual film. Yeah, okay. Billy's the name of the puppet, by the way, the little doll with the swirly cheeks. His name, he actually does have a name, he's called Billy. I never knew, why is he wearing that top hat? Sorry, I could not take that seriously. That was hilarious. The voice of Jigsaw through Billy was a bit ghost face, scream, didn't really work, but I get, you know, they had to use whatever they could to film this, and the results are still fantastic, to be fair. Now, when was this? So this was 2003, so literally just a year beforehand, before the film was actually released. The first Saw film was released in 2004, just to show you the time frame of everything. The one thing I do know is that the reverse bear trap contraption in this short film was actually a real working thing. So, and you'll see with other videos that I react to, there is a making of video that I'm going to react to later on in the month, where similar incidences, I will be saying similar things along the way. It's interesting to see not what was sacrificed, but what contraptions were made and what the risks were with some of them. And especially with this, like, it was the jaw things were connected by a spring that went up, so they had to be careful, but you could adjust the timing, so they had to be careful with obviously filming things, otherwise they would have injuries. But from what I remember, I don't think, if you had it on, I don't think it actually, firstly it didn't connect to your jaw, so if it went up, it would probably just hit you in the nose or something. But it did actually work. Like, it springing up as he takes it off wasn't CGI or anything. Also, by the way, him taking that off at the last second, like, wow, that was definitely something where I was like, and I think that shows, like, it had good tension. The shots were really good. It looked dark and gritty, and even you can tell that the franchise kept that dark and grittiness even throughout. Even from this short film, the style and the look of it never changed, apart from Jigsaw, where it looked a lot more polished. But it never really changed, and even the shot style of him, you know, he gets up and he tries to take it off and it does that speed up shot. That's in the film. That's in the first film, when Amanda gets up and tries to take it off and it speeds up. Like, that's still in the first film. So it's interesting to see how much of this was kept in. And even all the dialogue is pretty much the same. It is actually the same. The lines, some of the lines are in different places. And even the tone, for example, the policeman talking to Lee Winnell's character, David. Like, he was a bit excusatory. And especially just before he went to stab his friend, he kind of, the policeman kind of treated him as if he was the criminal, which makes sense. Like, it is always that moral thing of like, okay, well, you've got this thing strapped to your, head, you will die if the timer runs out. The key to unlock it is in the body of someone else. You are still killing someone, but you will be killed if you don't do this. So it is that moral dilemma of like, okay, would you actually just let yourself die, or would you kill someone else to be able to save yourself? So it's understandable that he's like, looking at David as if he's a criminal, because he is. He did commit murder. But he didn't really have much of a choice. He didn't really have too much of a choice, and this is kind of what Saw is to do with. How much are you actually willing to survive? And that's what I've always found interesting. Like, it's morbid, but it's a horror franchise. We're in October. It's gonna be. But I've always found that really interesting. Another thing I found interesting as well is that the acting is very similar to Amanda Young. The actress, I can't remember her name, but Amanda Young is the character who has the reverse bear trap in the first film. Even the acting is very similar, and the actions and the emotion is very similar to what we end up seeing in the feature film. So it's interesting to see not only that it's similar, but also that this scene could apply to either male or female. I have seen in other horror films where it's like, okay, this character, the dialogue for this character was written not in mind for both genders. So it's interesting that this kind of applies here. Like, it could apply to both genders, and as we've just seen, it works well with both. So the opening music I quite like. And again, that's something that stayed within the franchise as well. Charlie Clouser, who's done the soundtrack for all of the Saw feature films, he's brought on that metallic-y, industrial type soundtrack and score to the films, which works really well. And again, it's something that's started with the short film and has stayed on, so that's something that they've kept, which is really cool to see, because I'm glad they didn't get rid of that, and I'm glad that it's consistent with what James Wan and Lee Winnell originally had for the franchise, like what ideas they had for the franchise that stayed. And I think from what I remember as well is that they said that Lionsgate had given them a lot of creative freedom with the first film. Obviously, this was something that they were very proud of, so they wanted to keep as much of it in the feature film as possible, and it definitely shows. And I even like the sort of opening title of like the S coming in, and then the A coming in, and the W coming in. But in the background you can see like it's images of the reverse bear trap and like the plans of what it looks like. So it's already foreshadowing for what you're going to see, which is really cool. But yeah, this was really interesting to watch. Like I said, I hadn't seen this before, but it's really cool to see what's kept in, what was changed, what was taken away. Horror films can a lot of the time start out as short films, which then people will go, oh, that'd be cool to make into a feature film, and that applies with this. So it's cool to see what was sacrificed and what was kept in. And it seems a lot of it was kept in, which was really cool. But that was Saw, the short film. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all soon.